Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. Today is a general reading for the sign of Pisces, whether it's your sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign. This is for December 2019, but it is a timeless reading, so whenever you're drawn to this video is when the messages will apply. It is a collective reading, so not everything might resonate. So just take what does and leave the rest. Also, the energies could be past, present, or future, so they might not be exactly within the month as well. Also to note, I don't read reversals in tarot. I just go by intuition. So whatever thoughts come to me is what I say. And however I say them, however wording comes in. So I have one card for each of the 12 houses of the zodiac, as well as a bonus card under your card of Pisces. And I do have a clarification card for each. So as I move to each house, I will move the cards towards you and the camera. Right now they're all facing me. I do have some oracle cards pulled. So some tea leaf reading cards, blessed bee cards from the what your blessing that is coming in for you. And I will be doing an extended reading, so the details will be in the description box below if you're interested in that. That will go in more depth of things that were unanswered in this first part of the reading. So we'll use this Gilded Tarot, which is here, as well as the Heal Yourself Oracle cards, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, Angel Answers, and Romance Angels. Okay, so jumping in the first house of self, we have the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. So perfect succession here. So something you've been waiting for is coming into fruition. So since this is the house of self, for a lot of you, it's like, this could be like the ultimate union within yourself. Because some people see this as like 1111 spiritual awakening or twin flames, but ultimately twin flames, coming into union first with yourself before you come into a union with another. So it looks like maybe okay, one thing I was getting, the answers that you seek are within. So if you've been looking outside of yourself, you might come into this time where you realize everything you need is within you. And this brings great harmony, great balance. The second house of the zodiac, finances, we have the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Okay, so financially there might be some issues here. For some of you, it's at an energetic level. If you're holding on to things that you don't need, that don't serve you anymore, this might be blocking your abundance coming in, because you might be living in lack mentality. And as you're doing this and holding on to what doesn't serve you, you don't have any hand free to being open to receiving. So just think about that. There might be things you need to clear out, maybe within your home, your belongings, things that you have. This also could be about your beliefs as well, tied to money, because the second house also deals with worth. So, regarding your self-worth and worthiness, what can you free yourself of? What can you let go of to feel more fulfilled? And because abundance just isn't about finances, abundance comes in many shapes and forms. So yes, definitely trying to get out of this lack mentality. And if you feel like you've been battling or fighting, sorry, like sometimes when a lot's coming through, I'm trying to speak it all out and then my words come out weird. Yeah, if you feel like you've been fighting a lot of battles and things aren't panning out for you, working out for you, it's because of possible lack mentality. You're not in the state of receiving, you're not in the state of abundance. And what can you let go of to being open? So just think about that. Let's see, we have the third house of the zodiac, which is communications. We have the World and the Page of Swords. So again, going back to something that you've been waiting on. I mean, granted, this was about the self, but you might actually in the 3D get some news, or I'm even getting recognition and rewards with the World card, some praise, some truths being communicated, some answers. You might feel someone's being more receptive now. And again, this could be in all areas of your life. And maybe this also will go into fruition once you do this part that I had discussed. Again, we'll go over for things further in the extended. I'm just trying to get through all the houses for you. So the fourth house of home and family, we have the Magician and the Six of Swords. Okay, this isn't for everyone, but I did hear something about the perfect partner being around the corner. So maybe for some of you, okay, this could go a few different ways. One thing I got was some of you might be, if you need to leave, like if you've been within the confines of your home for too long, you need to get out there, because you might have a perfect partner that's even in your vicinity or around you. However, it's like you haven't, you know, looked, or you haven't gotten out there. So those of you who've been cooped up, you've been more at home, it's telling you, you know, maybe you need to get out there and, you know, make a move is what I'm getting. And it's interesting because this is home and family, but I was getting more romance. But again, like if you have been staying stuck at home, also for some of you, this could be about you manifesting a place to move to. So again, this could, for some of you, this could be not too far from where you are. You know, maybe it's a situation where there's like a better deal or better offer. There's something else you're liking, and it could even be in your vicinity again with that. For some of you, it could be moving, you know, further out. For some of you, this could even be your home could be through traveling. You know, maybe you'll decide, okay, well, I don't want, you know, to have a home right now. I want to be a free agent. I want to go travel. I want to see the world. Again, take what resonates, different scenarios coming in here. But it's positive, but you just have to get out there. The 5th house of casual romance, dating, creativity, friendships. We have the Empress and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting more, the first one coming to mind, creative drive. You might not be fueled right now because you could be blocked. You could have a creative block, and it's because you're maybe stuck in your headspace. And the Empress energy is feminine energy. So feminine energy is receptive, intuitive, creative, and emotion-based. And we all have a feminine and masculine side. However, if, you know, you're too stuck in your head, you're not able to, again, come into this feminine energy. And it's interesting because a lot of these readings, I've noticed a lot of people are more in their masculine energy, whether female or male. So definitely, like, you know, if you have issues with this, as a lot of people, it's like what's coming up lately, you needing to be more in a feminine, you know, heart-centered, receptive, emotion, what else? Yeah, creative flow. And so, yeah, this block, see how the eyes are blocked off, but our third eye chakra, which is right here, that is not blocked. So for some of you, you have to release this block, and only you and you yourself know how to unblock this for you. And this also goes back to, remember, the 3 of Wands. So some of this 4 of Wands coming into harmony once you get your creative flow back. Okay, and it's funny because then I was starting to get like the, you know, like how Stella got her groove back kind of thing. I've never seen the movie, but it's, so for some of you, this could even be with the realm of romance and dating. So whether, you know, you are a female or even if you're a male, but you have a feminine energy, or trying to, I get exposed more of that. So being maybe in a more heart-centered place than just, you know, logic and mind-based. But it's going to, again, take some time is something I'm getting, but also, you know, releasing that block. And this could be tied to a past partner or something I'm even getting, or for some of you, mom issues as well. Okay, and oh, this is another thing. This might be only for one of you out there. Someone might be also considering whether, I was getting like tubes tied. So maybe some of you are contemplating not having kids or not having any more kids. So again, this doesn't have to be just female. So whether you're female or male, but if you are questioning getting a hysterectomy or vasectomy, this is something too that maybe you've decided enough is enough. You know, like, you know, you know, it's like you love the kids you have and you're like, okay, I'm not going to have any more. But again, that's, you know, that was just a message that is maybe for only one of you or few of you, but again, take what resonates. And for some of you, maybe you've been thinking about, like, maybe you don't have kids, or maybe you've been contemplating, is that a right path for you or not? And maybe that's something that's been on your mind at this time for whatever reason. Okay, the 6th house of work, service, routine, and health. We have the 8 of Swords. Again, this mental conflict, this mental imprisonment, and Queen of Cups. So definitely being, like Pisces is a water sign, an emotional sign. But you are having this like maybe issue balancing the heart and the mind. You are trapped in this mental prison. And I'm getting, you could be trapped by memories past. So again, whatever is, I'm also feeling left out in the cold, even though the 5 of Pentacles, which is normally the card that displays that, again, I go by intuition. So this is something I'm hearing. Okay, yeah. So for those of you in creative work fields, again, there could be that block because of this mental imprisonment. You feel held back for whatever reason. Again, going back to, for those of you who are, mothers or fathers or, contemplating, do you want this to be part of your life? This could be something too where, I'm getting that your hands are tied. So maybe, you're with someone maybe that wants kids and you don't, or it's vice versa. Maybe you want them, they don't, and you are in this conflict. But again, this could be, I'm getting more, it's like an inner battle and struggle. So take what resonates. And I'm also getting, for some of you might be feeling all over the place, like mentally, emotionally. So you might need to ground your energy. And I'm getting something about what's real. So, Pisces is a very imaginative sign, very dreamy sign. So for some of you, you might have lost sight of things. If you're too caught up in an idea, an illusion of something, you might need to, again, ground that energy to know what is real and what is not. And the planet Neptune just went direct recently. So there might be something during that period of Neptune in retrograde that now with Neptune turning direct, you might start seeing clearly, more clear. Okay, so the 7th house of marriage, partnerships, relationships, we have the King of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Okay, I'm hearing about something being downplayed. So for those of you who are, whether it's you're in a relationship, a marriage, or this is a business partner, because it could be either, business or, love, romance based. So maybe this person that you were in a business partnership or romantic relationship or marriage with, they might be downplaying something they might have done. And so you might need to be wary of this. Because sometimes Pisces could be too trusting. So this person might be coming off like it wasn't a big deal, but it might be a big deal to you. So yeah, this is going to need further clarification, but there's something being downplayed. And, I don't like the 7 of Swords here because this could be sometimes like, like the thief, the cheat, the liar. And I keep getting the downplaying something. So, okay, for some of you, they could be downplaying something because they don't want you to worry. However, it's still not being fair to you because you have a right to know, right? So for some of you, it's not that they're, this energy of an actual liar, thief, they don't mean to be a liar. They think they're protecting you, but they're downplaying something because, and it could regarding finances, or future or stability. So you might need to have a talk with them about, okay, I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, you could tell me the truth. But for others of you, I would be, weary if this is someone who's downplaying something and this is actually not something so simple like what I had just described. But again, we'll go deeper into that in the extended. Okay, the 8th house of sex, death, taxes, the occult, other people's money, inheritances. We have the 8 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so there is a situation and, you are ready. I heard give up. And sometimes when things don't work out, it's not about giving up, but maybe you feel like giving up or that you gave up. And, you know, I do just want to mention that you need to maybe rephrase this, because sometimes when we call it quits on something, it's not that we're giving up. It's just like we're doing what's best for us and what we feel serves our higher path and purpose. And for some of you, I think maybe you do get that, and maybe you're not saying it that way, but I was just getting it as that way and how it came through. However, what you're leaving behind, you do have a new beginning. You do have a firm foundation and footing. Okay, this is something that came through again. This could be only for like one of you out there. Some of you possibly could have had some kind of loss, and you might be coming into money, because like I said, this is the 8th house. So money that comes through in here isn't money that you've earned. It's like other people's money, or, you know, taxes or inheritances, something like that. Okay, and I just heard holy matrimony. So for some of you, this could be money coming in from maybe like a divorce settlement, or like a custody battle. Again, take what resonates, but some of you had left something behind and you were profiting from this and receiving money from this. And I don't say this lightly, because whatever you left behind, it was a journey, it was a stretch, it was something that was painful. So you're not just getting this money for nothing. You know, some of you might be like, okay, well, this money isn't worth it, but you were still gaining money from it, but it was something you definitely paid a price to receive this money. So I hope that makes sense. But again, just take what resonates. And for some of you that's not about money, it's just about a new beginning. And you have to know that where you left and where you came from, it's better on the other side once you get there. You know, what you left is not where you're going. Okay? It's, you know, positive new beginning. Okay, your 9th house of travel and education, you have the Hermit and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you, like I said before over here about being at home, some of you definitely could have retreated for a while because you were looking for deeper meaning in life. You needed some time to get away, because also the 9th house deals with philosophy as well. And so this education, this inner learning, even, you know, getting in touch with your soul, your spirituality, your deeper truth. So some of you are coming out of this hermit time, and, you know, you have come back with some spiritual truths and some awakening. But again, it's like, for some of you, it's more early stages. For some of you, it's, yeah, I'm getting planting seeds. So it's a process, but it's showing you doing your work and you showing up and willing to learn. Okay, the 10th house of career, you have the 6 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So remember I talked about some recognition over here. I wasn't even paying attention over here, but you have the 6 of Wands. However, this is something maybe where it hasn't come up yet. So you might be having this worry, you know, these sleepless nights, you know, this insomnia, this, okay, I even heard digestion. So some of you could have stomach issues, even though this is normally about like mental energy. I was getting that even. So, and I'm hearing like a tough pill to swallow. So it's interesting because it's like you have this, but behind this, okay, some of you don't feel fulfilled completely with what you're doing. So even if you, whatever success you're matched by on an outward level, it might not be fulfilling you within. So this is, again, where you're needing to go within to seek the truth, because if this isn't making you happy and you're presenting yourself like this as a mask, like you're triumphant and successful, and then ultimately you're not, that's something that you're going to have to deal with, because why don't you feel good about what you're doing? However, those of you who enjoy what you're doing, it's still like there's, you know, something that you're needing to release and let go of. And maybe for some of you, it's just like being in this while waiting for this energy. So I hope that makes sense. We're going to go deeper into the extended about that. Just take what resonates. Again, like I said, it's a collective reading. And I know sometimes things could sound general, but because it is a general reading, it's hard to touch on every single issue. And again, in the extended, we'll go deeper. The 11th house, friends, groups, acquaintances, social interactions, dreams, hopes, aspirations. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay, it's funny because I heard about not wanting to be second best or settling for second best, and it's interesting because there was another sign that I read for last week. I think it was for these December readings. I don't remember which one it was though. It would have been somewhere between, okay, well, look at your, not only your sun, but your moon, Venus, and rising placements. Because if you had that other sign that I got that message, because I was getting Madonna's Express Yourself, then that might be a message for you. Sorry, I do so many readings that I don't remember which one I said it and which, but this came through and I hadn't even thought about that. So some of you, this could be, maybe this could have been a romantic partner or someone you wanted to be a romantic partner. So they could have been a friend or within your group or circle, you know them in some capacity, but maybe they didn't choose you, or maybe they were trying to make a choice and you decided just to let it go, drop the ball, because you're like, okay, well, I don't want to be second best. I don't want to feel like that. So again, take what resonates. If that's not your story, that's not your story. Okay, I'm getting some of you are choosing to, it's interesting, leave some disillusionment behind regarding maybe a romance, and you're wanting to more focus on your pentacles, your success, your own worthiness. So you're more focusing on you and what you're wanting, your dreams, hopes, aspirations, and you maybe have making a choice to walk away even from some unhealthy patterns in the realm of romance. And even with friends, and you're choosing a different direction, even though if that's alone, but you're not, that this is maybe the right thing for you. And again, like if this resonates, it'll make sense. If not, then just leave it be. Okay, your 12th house of what's hidden, what's unknown, what you need to be aware of. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Again, this is my single independent woman or single independent man card, because just because there's a woman in the card doesn't mean it has to be a woman. It could be, either. But again, it's like you have this 9 of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. Then I got messages that have nothing to do with being single or on your own, but in your 4th house and your 11th house. So definitely some of you could be very much in a time of wanting to be on your own or needing a break from other people, or, and some of you might be coming out of that. But yeah, here we have the 5 of Cups. So some of you might be struggling with this. Again, this could be something where, again, like you are presenting yourself one way, but behind the scenes, it's a different story. Because we have this, over here, with your 10th house, like I said. So some of you, and this could even be on a conscious level, you think you're okay, but deep down, there's something nagging at you, and it's because there's this pain left unresolved. So for some of you are saying like, no, I'm fine, nothing's going on, but yeah, like, I don't know, I don't feel completely filled, something's, or if you're waking up and you're like, oh, I should be happy, what's this? So some of you, this could be like on a conscious level, you're fine, but deep down, you're really not. For some of you, this could be like how you present to the world, but ultimately you're not. So you need to get whatever has caused you that pain, that grief, that suffering that you need to let go of. You need to work on healing, because it's just not going to go away. And I know healing is not this easy, peaceful, beautiful process. It can be beautiful, but it's not easy and it's not peaceful. It's not, going to the spa and like, singing Kumbaya. It's like, and again, it's just funny what comes through. So it definitely takes a lot. However, it is worth it. Because yeah, there's things you do need to address. Okay, your bonus card is 2 of Wands. And this is so funny because, and it's clarified by the Ace of Swords. Because seriously, yesterday I was doing Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. This card came out, I think, in Sagittarius and Capricorn. But then I think or maybe it was Scorpio and Sagittarius. I don't even remember. But all 3 readings, I kept getting this message of having to choose 2 paths. And I was getting that Robert Frost poem about, the 2 paths diverged in the wood, and I took the one last traveled by. I was hearing the line from Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin about, there are 2 paths you could go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. Then I just a little while ago shot the Aquarius reading, and I had a message, and this card didn't even come up, but it was about two roads meeting instead of two different options. So it's very interesting that the Two of Wands and these two paths came out again. So this must be a collective message of people needing to make a choice, needing to make a decision. However, for Aquarius, it was a little different. And if you are on the cusp of Aquarius, you'll want to check out that reading, or if you have Aquarius in your chart. So I think a lot of you, I'm getting that you know the truth. You know, like, I'm even here, you know where you went wrong. So maybe some of you did take the wrong path, and now you're like, okay, I need to take the other one, but it's like up to you, because we all have free will choice, right? And so if some of you that doesn't resonate, however, it's like you're having a new beginning. And maybe even for some of you, these two paths you thought that you had a choice between, there might be even a different one that you haven't even thought of yet. So that might be something coming up as well. So again, you guys just take what resonates. But the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Cups. So you do have this emotional fulfillment coming in. And I'm being drawn to tell you that the best relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. So this is really about you being happy within. And where do you feel you lost your way is what I'm getting. Because, you know, it's like, so this is about your own emotional fulfillment, watering yourself, like own garden, making sure that you are happy and content first. And not what you display to the public world or to others, but happy within. Okay, and the blessings coming your way. We have a blessing of air and a blessing on a resolution. So yeah, some of this is this communication again that you got in the third house. And yeah, for some of you, even about that, those answers coming. So for some of you, oops, sorry, I'm like trying to straighten those cards. So some of you, this was about, because air is ultimately the powers of communication. So some of you is this resolution within yourself, you having the knowledge and the truth, and, you know, coming into peaceful resolution within yourself once you go through all this. Because I'm really being drawn to, like, look how her hair is so big with all those flowers. And it's actually said that, I think, like, there's a belief in more indigenous cultures where with long hair, you are more open, like your hair, you're more open to your intuition, you know, so like that's why they would always have their hair really long, and it absorbs, or, you know, you'll have to look into it deeper, but it's interesting because I never got that from this card, but right now I'm getting that, like that as Pisces, you are very intuitive. But you might need to just clear your energy, because Pisces is very sensitive and you know, empath. So if you have taken on others' energies, and also I'm getting mentally stuck, you're not able to access your higher self and your intuition. So that's why you need to do some clearing and some grounding. And then you need to allow, like, every fiber of your being, like, like hair included, picking up on. And I'm getting like revelations, and then this will bring these resolutions and how you can move forward. So for some of you, this is like this resolution, this battle within yourself and coming into clarity. For some of you, this is regarding your communications and, you know, things being resolved. And I'm hearing like ready to talk the talk or walk the walk. So some of you might need to have conversations or have a conversation with someone, and maybe you haven't been wanting to do it, but now you feel more confident or ready, or knowing you have to do this, even if you don't feel that, to move forward. With your tea leaf reading cards, we have wealth. So that's very powerful, right? So despite what, you know, your second house of money said, you do have money coming in. However, after that, the April and then March cards came out. So for some of you, it's like this money is taking a little longer to develop. So by spring, by April or March, I saw April 1st, then March. So this might be taking some time to manifest. So just know that what you've been working on will come. There's just some things you need to get clear on, but it might not be till spring. And you have the key, successful outcome to your problems. So you finding the key and, you know, you being able to unlock that door. And then bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So yeah, exactly. There's some communications you were waiting for. And I'm hearing blessing and a curse. So maybe whatever is coming through will feel like a blessing and a curse at the same time. See, just have to take what resonates. Also, I do want to mention that some cards that wanted to come out, but it was like a bunch came out at once. So I put them back. I was like, no, I want to zero in. I was seeing like the cat, then the dog, and then there was a dog card, and one of them said about a two-faced friend, one of them talked about friends, one of them talked about advice for a friend. So some of you, this communications or this resolution could be with a possible friend. And I'm hearing enemy, so maybe a frenemy, or maybe someone you thought was a friend, or someone who is a friend, but maybe whatever reason you just aren't seeing eye to eye, or maybe they were going through a hard time, you were going through a hard time, and there could have been some words spoken. Again, take what resonates, but that was definitely, I just wanted to let you know that that was something that was wanting to come through, but it came out, and you know, I was trying to only get 4, but I counted April and March as one message. So I did just want to let you know that that did come out. So this is your reading, Pisces. If you'd like to do the extended, the details will be in the description box below. And if you like this video, if it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, The Magical Maven. Follow me on Instagram, The Magical Maven. And I send you all love and light. Bye.